a common thread during, I guess, late to mid of last night's game was EB's Twitter. There's a lot of the refs are cheating us for getting jobbed by the refs.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one of the tweets from @EB Junkies. That's a all caps touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Touchdowns in all caps.
Yeah,
and there's a few spaces. And then in all caps, stop cheating, all caps. And there looked to be about 20 exclamation points after stop cheating.
They did call it a touchdown, though, ultimately.
Correct. I said that before they changed it.
Yeah. I mean, most people thought that.
Listen, I'm not a refs are cheating guy. I'm not. But that game was just obvious that they were getting just jobbed on all these calls. So I went with it. It was a good shtick. I know that it plays well. And it was just I thought it was incredibly one-sided. I thought the spots were terrible. I just thought it was just shoddy.
Kansas City actually had 9 penalties.
Here's more evidence.
Washington's
more
5,
evidence.
I think.
It's hard to play 11 versus 27 when you count all the damn refs on Casey's side.
Right. Somebody pointed out they're like 6 refs.
He's just in his emotions.
He's in his feels. I understand.
I also know it's calculated. I know what I'm doing. I'm playing to the base here.
Well, hold on. Kansas City had 9 penalties. Washington had 3.
But I don't care. I'm not saying they didn't. Listen,
he's talking about the overturned calls.
I'm talking about
that initially
calls, spotting.
You had a couple
that's why
plays.
They have review.
Both McLaurin, touchdown catch,
but we
and the catch down the sideline.
Those were dicey. I mean, you have to review those.
Okay,
I know, but they erred on the side of KC. Is
There's
what EB's coming from.
on their side.
If that was worthy, they would have probably called him out and reviewed it too.
Listen, I don't think they cheat. But
I know it was just your shtick last night. I got it.
I'm playing to my base here a little bit.
I got you.
And it just seemed like it was incredibly one-sided.
There also is an undercurrent of the refs are always on Kansas City's side. Like that.
I know that
is a real thing.
I know that's the reputation.
Yeah. Well, there's people have done studies about it,
right?
Saying that Kansas City does get a lot of influential calls compared to other teams.
Yeah.
Legit studies. But I will say to Eric's point that cheating, not necessarily. But I will say I can't think of another professional sport where referees wield so much influence. Like they can really change a game based off of penalties.
Very powerful.
And things that are subjective.
Even calls, non-calls that can doom you. If it's a 50-50 thing and they don't know, they just go with whatever the non-call was or whatever.
Or like the Eagles tush push against the Giants.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example.
That was a joke.
That play's going bye-bye.
That was a bad.
If you're a tush push
bad
fan,
non-call.
I know it's a side note. That play is going bye-bye when the owners voted out in the spring.
The NFL definitely has a referee problem. Right. Not saying that the refs are cheating, but or they're egregious calls, but the calls that they make have a lot of influence on the game.
Well, I know I agree with that. There's a level of incompetence there that I don't know if you can ever overcome. I don't know.
Or just human error.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But like the spotting thing, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of confused. I understand it now, but I was kind of confused by it. Oh, they're going to the electronic thing. Oh, we'll be fine. Well, they're still going by this terrible human spot. You know what I mean? They're just, I guess it's faster than bringing the chains out. That's the idea. What a waste of time that is.
Yeah, that's the idea.
When they went to the thing, I was like, okay, fine. They'll address it. They'll obviously see you got the first down. But no, they're not addressing that at all.
And even on challenge coaches challenges with the spot of the ball.
Yeah.
They always seem to err on the side of the referee's original opinion.
I mean,
it's very hard to change a spot of the ball from a challenge unless it's completely obvious.
I mean, did anybody have optimism when they showed the animated graphic that started zooming in on the ball? I was like, well, it's definitely going to be short.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be measured short. Comes up 5 inches short.
I guess.
There was no scenario where I saw that thing zoom in and the ball was going to be in the yellow line.
Can we blame Ertz some?
Sure.
Ertz has a tendency. This happened in the Steelers game. This happened a couple of times this game.
Yeah.
He has a tendency to not run a fourth down route past the sticks. Yeah. I happened to be watching the Manning cast at that point, and he was like, why not run a 4-yard route there? He runs a 2-yard route.
Part of it, JP.
Well, he's on his bang.
He's also on his last leg.
It doesn't excuse
this is the end
a
for
veteran who knows that he's got to get 2 yards or 3 yards, who doesn't run the route far enough.
Well, or stretch the ball out. Stretch the ball.
And look,
if you know
I thought it was a first down too.
By the way, he did get it.
I thought it was a first down.
Boned on the spot.
That said, he has to run beyond the sticks because he gets no yak.
Mm-hmm.
He gets no yak.
Well,
but also, I don't
that.
know the answer to this. It seems to me sometimes when those things happen, it's not because they didn't run the full thing. It's because the play unfolded quicker than designed, and he got rid of it a half second quicker, and he wasn't able to finish the route.
Again, I think they played better yesterday. I thought it was a missed opportunity. You know, you look at the start of the game.
Definitely a missed opportunity.
The start of the game, we've talked about them falling behind. Positive, 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. But you look at that first drive. They start off, pass to Debo for 6 yards, run for 3 yards. That's Mariota running the ball. They give the ball to Bill. He gets a first down. Mariota to Debo again, 5 yards, 2-yard run, another third down conversion as Mariota runs to the right end. He passes to McCaffrey, who was involved a little bit yesterday, for 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, run to Bill. All of a sudden, you're at KC's 22, and then you're about to score, and then Debo just has a botch.
That's
right.
all that positives wiped out by an egregious bad play by Debo.
I agree in the results, but if you look at the process,
sure,
they were driving the ball.
It was better. It was better. I agree with you. I think it was a better start.
I thought Mariota played better than I thought he would.
Second drive,
solid.
Second drive's 8 plays, 58 yards.
Yeah,
it comes down to they decide to go for a fourth down.
That wasn't even.
They
close.
throw the ball to Ertz, and he comes up short.
Yeah. Well, then on the second drive where it was 4th and 8, and they go for it. I mean, he throws it out of bounds to McLaurin. I mean, had no prayer. And that's one of the things.
That was the third drive.
That was their drive. Sorry,
third drive.
That's one of the things.
They didn't punt.
And Dan Quinn, they didn't punt the first half.
Yeah,
neither team did. Dan Quinn talked about it after the game. He said, "Look, on 4th downs, you can't score. You can't beat this team scoring 3. You got to score touchdowns.
Right. Even if they kick field goals, they still would have lost by 11.
But last year they were going for it on all these 4th downs, and they were getting it on.
Well, that's also where I think Jaden makes a huge difference. Because if you remember last year, how many times did Jaden run on 4th downs?
Yeah, he did.
And Mariota used his legs. I mean, I thought Mariota played a pretty damn good game.
He was solid,
in the end, he throws a second interception, but the game was done.
The game was over.
Honestly, I went to bed with 6 minutes ago.
That game was over.
As soon as it's 28-7, my daughter's like, I'm going to bed. I said, well, I'm going to follow you upstairs because there's no point in staying.
I didn't see the second interception.
At this point, you're down 21 with 6.5 minutes left.
I stayed up.
No point.
To watch it to the bitter end, but also I wanted to see Shohei bat one more time.
Right.
And then that's in the 9th inning. Mm-hmm. And it's a tie game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was up second that inning, so I can't remember what happened before that. Let's just say it was a fly out.
Yeah, you guys.
Shohei gets up, and then they show the camera on the manager.
Yeah,
and the manager just goes, "Move him over to first to touch the walk." I stuck with it because they were like, "Well, he's going to definitely steal," and then he did steal the base, but he popped up. And the guy kept the tag on, so he was out. And then the game extended, and I was like, you know what? I'm not sticking through this for extra innings. And it went a whole other game.
Shohei.
How clutch is Freddie Freeman, though?
He's, going to Hall of Fame.
Well, yeah, he's
Shohei reached base 9 times.
And he pitches tonight.
He
is by far
I was telling these guys,
the greatest player of all time.
I woke up, because I watch these Monday night games and Sunday night games in the morning. I just can't stay up like these guys. So I woke up at 2:30. My body was up pretty much all night, but I woke up, got out of bed at 2:30. I looked at my phone and I saw the game was still going on. I said, "What? There's got to be some delay. That ESPN.com's got to be off on this." Turned on Fox, and I actually saw Freeman's walk off at 2:45 in the morning. Then I watched the Commanders.
By the way, getting back to the Commanders, might be alarming. This is Adam Schefter talking about Jaden Daniels and his hamstring injury, and is he going to miss next week against Seattle possibly?
Jeez.
Jaden Daniels, they play Sunday night against the Seattle Seahawks, and I just think a guy that's had a knee injury and a hamstring injury and some injury issues, hamstrings, you got to be really careful with them. Look how careful Lamar's been. I won't be surprised if we don't see Jaden again on Sunday night.
That's just his opinion, though, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like that's any informed thing, other than being around football.
That's him speculating.
Yeah. Which I think is reasonable speculation. But who knows?
Well, they're desperate for this win, so I would kind of be surprised if he doesn't play.
I just don't know. He looked pretty happy on the sideline, so maybe he feels pretty good.
Yeah.
They did say it was a low-grade thing, shouldn't miss any significant time. So who knows?
If you want to chime in, 1-800-636-1067. EB and I both seem to feel this way. I'm not saying moral victory, but I do think they played better.
But there were better
and
things.
I think there were positive signs looking towards the future. Marshawn Lattimore's one. I think Lattimore is a punching bag in D.C.
Sure.
He played a good game.
That was
and
by
he had
far
an
his best
interception.
game. I didn't even know he was capable of catching a ball. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. When he made the interception, I was stunned.
Well, I'm glad you're giving him props.
I didn't know he could actually make a play on the ball.
Basically a one-handed
I haven't
catch.
seen him make a play on a ball in a year. I was stunned he did that.
He did play well.
So I'll give him that. I thought
What was his first interception in years, right?
I didn't even know he was capable.
What, in 3 years?
I was literally stunned by that.
Maybe 4?
I thought Amos was good. I thought the young linebackers were flying around, which I like to see some of that. I thought obviously Jacob Martin was awesome.
That guy's been a journeyman.
Yeah,
but he's right now their best defensive end.
Yeah, he's a stud because of injuries. It's just a joke. And I thought offensively, Mariota was more than capable, even though they only put up 7 points. McNichols has just been a revelation. I love him. Terry showed how badly we miss him, but he can't stay healthy. I don't know. I thought there were some positives, but it's a lost season. At the end of the day, it's a lost season. Not officially lost yet. We probably won't be eliminated for another 4 or 5 weeks. But it's just a loss.
They need to go on a real heater to even just to stay relevant. They're 8% to make the playoffs right now.
I mean,
Jason
they're not going to the playoffs.
Jason said
they're not going to the playoffs because even if Jaden comes back, they've got too many other injuries.
Right.
They can't battle back from that.
You got to go 7-2.
7-2.
I mean, I saw Tunsil.
They've lost 4 out of 5.
When I saw Tunsil, I was like, "Oh, that's
literally
horrible."
losing everybody.
I mean, he's just walking to the locker room. I mean, that's a horrible sign.
Can you think of a star that they haven't lost?
Was that after the first drive?
It's either first or second. It was early in the game.
Yeah.
Every star player they've had has been hurt.
Star, yeah. Besides Wagner,
he's
and what?
He's been.
I mean, he's not a star, but he's one of the bigger names.
He was a star 100 years ago.
Bigger name.
Hey, he had an interception.
Well, I mean, deflected ball.
That's a
fumble.
That's Kelsey. It's a Kelsey fumble.
Yeah. But it's
that's
fine.
One I agree that should not go on the quarterback.
Was he throwing to Juju there, and Kelsey jumped in front of the route? That's what Peyton and Eli thought.
I don't know.
I mean,
if you look at
it was right.
If you look at it now, but if you look at the route, he's throwing it at such a velocity. Juju was about 5 to 7 yards behind Kelsey, and Kelsey ran into. You don't usually have good offensive coordinators. Don't usually have 2 guys in the same space, but Kelsey plays with such freedom to run left, right. I think Mahomes was throwing to Juju, and then Kelsey just happened to get in there.
On the Commander side, I know it was a laser and it was short proximity. Ertz has to catch that ball in the 4th down. I know it's not going to determine the outcome of the game. The game was lost already at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make that catch.
Ertz has had 5 or 6 plays this year that have been infuriating for a guy that's as capable and as good as he is. He's had a few just weird drops and maybe not going as far as he needs to go.
I think the writing is on the wall that
Probably.
like him and Bobby Wagner, they should bow out at the end of the season together.
Yeah. I hope they
do.
I
would think.
I think
they will. They do.
I think they will.
Make way for some of the younger guys.
The roster will look drastically different
decidedly
next year.
different.
Let's bang out some of these calls. People chime in. We'll be doing 4 hours on it. I'm sure we will weave in some World Series stuff too, because it does seem like I'm missing a great World Series. But hopefully the world's watching. Let's go to Jimmy.
It might only go 5.
You won't watch the 18-inning replay today?
Nope. Won't happen.
Come on, baseball cakes.
I know more people were watching the Chiefs Commanders than were watching the World
nobody
Series.
saw the end of that game on the East Coast.
I wouldn't think.
And a lot of people probably didn't see it on the West Coast.
Unless you're the biggest baseball dork on the planet. You're not staying up till 3 a.m.
No.
I got to ask Kelsey. She went to one of the games in the previous round, and, she lives in L.A., and she's a huge Commanders fan, but at some point last night, she sent me a text, and she's like, well, I guess I'll just watch the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Dodgers, and she can kind of glom onto the Rams or the Chargers because she lives in L.A.
If you're a realistic person, you knew at halftime we had already blown our opportunity.
You knew the Chiefs were going to come out like a ball of fire in the second half,
you weren't going to be able to have that kind of success defensively again. Right. It was a dream defensive start.
Right. You're only going to corral
we couldn't
Mahomes
capitalize
for so
on
long.
It. So It's too bad. I'm not mad at them. I saw a ton of effort, but we're just not good enough this year.
The writing was on the wall when they didn't capitalize on the turnovers.
We played great in the first half in a sense, but we also lost it in the first half.
Because you knew that just wasn't sustainable.
Yeah.
Yep. Missed opportunities.
Yeah.
First 3 drives, they could have scored and
it would
came
have
in
been
with
21
nothing.
points in a perfect world, and then you have a game.
Yeah, on the perfect world. Well, heck, even if it's 10-0, 14-0,
Even
all
if
of a
it's
sudden
9-0 with 3 field goals.
the mentality could shift on Kansas City. All of a sudden, they might start panicking, pressing, doing stuff out of their comfort zone and norm.
So it's too bad.
Yeah. By the way, I mentioned my daughter in L.A., so she runs a lot. She went for a run. You don't know what – he's not a billionaire, but what mega powerful person she ran into, NFL-related, that she said was so nice. Talked to her for 10 minutes.
Roger Goodell.
No one cares, JP.
Look at Cakes.
Oh, look.
How'd you nail that?
I don't know. I just said mega powerful, almost a billionaire. Can only be one guy.
Yeah.
This guy said no one cares.
It did make me laugh.
He didn't think he was on air.
Is this
guy's
Jimmy?
pissed.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Hey, what's going on,
What's up,
boys? I
Jimmy?
was praying to God I was on air.
Yeah. What's up?
You were.
Not that I just wanted to give you guys the bad news and the good news. The bad news is 3-game losing streak. You got disrespected by a 10.5-point spread, lost by 21. But the good news is Cakes break out the draft simulator. Have a great day, boys.
They're not in the top 10 right now.
Go to lotterygenerator.com.
I'm not tanking. I want to try to win all the games, but it's a lost season.
Tankathon.com, baby.
No doubt it's a lost season.
I haven't visited you in a while.
I thought that was a basketball thing. They got it for NFL.
All sports, JP. They're not pigeonholed.
I saw a breakdown. They're not in the top 10 right now.
Well, not yet.
If they continue on this trend, they will be.
Even if, let's just say we start everybody next
They're 11.
week.
Hold up, Cakes. Did you think they played worse than they did against the Cowboys?
No, I thought they played better, but not that much better.
Okay.
They got smoked
the problem
in the second
is
half. You guys are like completely disregarding the second half of the game.
I'm not disregarding
I watched
it
the
at
whole
all.
game, unlike you. I stayed up till the bitter end. I understand.
Yeah, I punted with 6.5 minutes left when they're down 21 when I knew that they weren't coming back.
Yeah, well, I'm not disregarding it, but I am giving them credit for more fight. And, because they're my team, so I give them some credit. But it is a lost season. And part of the reason why I say that is even if all the guys come back, you just get the sense that Terry's never going to be 100% this year. Samuel's never going to be 100% this year. Even Tunsil now is never going to be. Jaden's never going to be 100%. And it's just a lost season.
It's also leading to believe that Debo is a one-year rental. Like they're seeing what's happening with Debo, and they're like,
injuries, yeah.
They're like, can we really invest heavily in another wide receiver?
They could trade him in a week.
They got to get younger.
If we lose to Seattle, they could just start trading guys, as we talked about. They could trade Payne. True. They could trade Debo. They could, if anybody wants a veteran tight end,
you want McNichols?
Everybody. It's fair game.
Mariota.
Everybody could go.
They're going straight to being sellers.
Of course.
I mean, I don't like that idea, but let's be realistic. That could easily happen if we lose to Seattle, which is probably a greater than 50% chance.
I think if Jaden plays, and I know that we just played the audio of Adam Schefter saying that he was completely speculating.
He's saying it could.
They might play it safe. It's hamstring. I'm speculating just as much as Adam Schefter. I think he'll play. And I think if he plays, you're talking about Seattle coming. I know they're off a bye, but I think
Seattle
Washington can find a way to win.
3.5-point favorite.
I think Washington can find a way to win that one.
Well, definitely can find a way to win, but I feel like
if they play like they did last night, I think they win against Seattle.
Yeah,
I think Jaden makes a difference.
I would agree with that. They play with that intensity.
I don't agree with that at all.
But here's the problem: they got Detroit after that.
Yeah.
How are they going to stop Detroit?
They're not. It's the season's over. It's lost.
I'm with you.
It's lost.
They're not. I know.
But
they're not going to go to the playoffs.
Next week, you might be able to at least salvage the roster. And I don't even know if you want that. I kind of want it because I'd rather be more interesting.
But if you win next week and you're 4-5, you're still grasping.
You're still grasping.
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Because they're looking at the rest of the schedule going, all right, well, we have to go 7-2. That's where are we going to get
but
the other 6
likelihood of going 7-2, and you're decimated.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I'm using it as an excuse. We are decimated with injuries.
With all these injuries, 7-2 is impossible.
Decimated.
What was the status of Terry on the third down pass to Lane?
Was he on the field?
He wasn't
Terry wasn't on the field there.
He wasn't on the field.
Even early
he came
in the game,
off
he
the
wasn't on the
field,
field a lot.
and it was 3rd and 5. they're still in the game. I think they're trailing. I think it's the third quarter. I have to look at the exact drive chart.
Probably 14-7.
And they throw a third down pass to Lane. He was kind of falling down. It would have been a tough catch, but it did hit him in the hands. Yeah. Went right through his hands. And then you're just wondering, well, why is Terry on the sideline there?
He's not 100%.
Because he's beat up.
Was he on a pitch count?
He seemed like it.
Maybe.
Even early in the game, first series, second series, he wasn't on there every play. I'm looking around going, where is he?
Right.
Where the hell is he?
Why wasn't he on the field?
Because he's obviously not 100%.
They played too
he's
safe.
Trying, but
honestly, Quinn hasn't been as aggressive as he was last year. And even at the end of the game, once Cakes was punting, they punted. It's 28-7.
Yeah.
Fourth down. All right.
He just wanted the game over.
Why are you punting there?
I think
why? That is waving the white flag.
I think he's trying to.
Okay,
he surrendered.
But you know what? Rom sent me this text, and I agree with him.
Oh my God!
The Denver Broncos just came back in a more unlikely situation.
Okay, I got several texts from people that were infuriated by that punt. I think honestly, he was trying to stave off humiliation.
Right, he didn't want a 35 spot put on him.
But that is a different characteristic than he had last year, where he was balls to the wall.
You know what it wasn't? He said it 100 times at halftime. Hey, we're living on the edge here in Kansas City. We're living on the edge. No. He couldn't stop saying
He knew it was over, and he was trying to stave off humiliation.
It's called when you're conquered. He was conquered.
Yeah.
And he raised up
Those guys all knew at halftime they blew a massive opportunity. That game, I'll be honest, that game could have had a totally different outcome if they'd scored the way they should have. Yeah. And we could have a totally different second half. Kansas City better football team, but we could have shocked the world.
True, but there's no guarantee that even if Debo doesn't botch that reception, there's no guarantee they score a touchdown.
Right. All right, don't forget
there's no guarantees, but I feel like if they had.
Coming up on a terrible Tuesday, John Keim covers the Commanders for ESPN.com. He joins us at 7:40, and Mike Florio from ProFootballTalk.com, he joins the Junks coming up at 9 a.m.